Hey everybody, it's Melissa. I meant to do this video last week. I was going to show y'all what I was packing for my vacation in terms of fragrances, but I didn't get to do that. And like I said in my previous video, plans kind of got rearranged because flights were not happening that day, unfortunately. So instead of going to Lisbon, Portugal, we ended up being in New York. So these are the two fragrances that I brought along with me, all right? The first one is Jet Black Reserve by Michael Malone. I really do love this fragrance. I know people are all over Citizen Jack, and Ocean Noir is nice, but I think a reason why I gravitate to this is also I know two people that wear the other two fragrances that I just mentioned, but that aside, even if I didn't know anybody that wore those, right? There was just something about Jet Black Reserve to me that was classy, and I did find it to be sexy. And it was also something that I found to be more versatile. You know, even though it has more sweetness to it, I've worn this when it wasn't too cold outside, and I really did like it. This is a massive compliment getter, by the way, if that is something that matters to you, but it's a mass appealing scent that not a lot of people know about and not a lot of people wear, because with Michael Malone, this brand, their superstar is probably Citizen Jack Absolute. Like, so many people that use this brand wear that fragrance, you know? So for me, I love Jet Black Reserve the most. And I remember trying this for the very first time. I was in this perfume shop, right? And there was this guy assisting me. And I said, can I try Jet Black Intense? Because I heard about Jet Black Intense. And I didn't try Enigma, by the way. And then I wanted to try Citizen Jack. No, I don't think I tried Citizen Jack there. No, did I? Shoot, I can't even remember. I think it was just the Jet Blacks. So I tried Jet Black Intense, and I was like, oh, dang, I don't like this one. Fell flat to me. You know, nothing about it was interesting. He's like, do you want to try the Reserve? I was like, why not? Really? Because, you know, it kind of let me down with Jet Black Intense, so I'm not really expecting much. I smell this thing on a test strip, and I'm like, oh, man, this is way better. Way, way, way better. And I knew I had to get my hands on a bottle of it from that moment. So thankfully, I got one right here. And this is just a nice fragrance. And what I like about it too is the bottle isn't like, it's not something that you worry about breaking. You know, you can put this thing in your luggage and it can get roughed around a bit. And it's not like, I don't know, it's just not going to shatter on you. And I kind of like the durability of that. You know, these aren't like fancy magnetic caps, but really easy to travel with. I didn't keep it in the box. I just kind of had this with like tucked in with other clothes, but it was perfectly fine. And it did end up smelling really good in New York as well. I do just find this fragrance to be really nice, intimate wise. Like my girlfriend loves this scent on me, y'all. Like, she loves it. And by the way, I'll put a discount link for both these fragrances in the comment section below, and discount codes in case you guys want to get your hands on them. But of course, buy where you're comfortable. Those are affiliate links, by the way, in case you want to support my channel. Just want to make sure that I'm transparent about that. But of course, you know, you don't have to get it from there. Get it wherever you want to. But Jet Black Reserve is fire. I remember saying before, I was like, should I gatekeep this fragrance? Because whenever I used to talk about a scent that I really loved, and y'all know, like, I don't stop mentioning it, right? People were just like, oh, now you're getting paid out, blah, blah, but I wasn't. You know what I mean? And then so I was like, maybe should I do that with Jet Black Reserve? Should I keep it hidden? And then I was like, you know what? Like I've said in the beginning of this channel, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys on what I like. And I've just learned to pull back a little bit from the ones that I personally love so much. I'll still make those videos. You know, at the end of every month, I do my top 5 favorite fragrances of the month, right? So you could see what I personally wear there. But I'm not constantly going to be talking about, oh, this is the one that I really love. And like, it was, you know, I'll share my stories with y'all, but again, I'll reel it in a little bit more because people were getting put off with too much honesty, I guess, you know? So this is just a fantastic fragrance. And it's really hard for me to tell you what the notes are with it because, you know what? I don't even know what the notes are. I haven't even looked up this fragrance on Fragrantica. I haven't seen the note breakdown of it because I just haven't really been interested in looking at it. When I smelled this scent, I was like, oh, I like it. And it's just as simple as wearing it. I wasn't as interested in being like, oh, what's the breakdown? I need to know what the top notes are, the base notes, the mid notes. I didn't care about that. You know, I just found it to be super wearable. It kind of reminded me of like, it's just like a really cool fragrance. There is something, maybe there's a Batman vibe, not even Batman vibe. If anything, between the two would be more of like a Bruce Wayne sort of deal. But no, it's not an overly, and by the way, this is not an overly masculine fragrance. Okay, I know for y'all that are watching, that are newer to my channel, like, oh, you're a girl wearing a masculine fragrance? Mind blown? Like, I do it all the time. It's totally fine, all right? But this scent, ladies, if you're watching, you can wear this thing too. And it just kind of gives a cool touch of badassness to your typical daily wear, the typical feminine fragrances around you. And it's just nice and smooth. Really no complaints about this scent. In terms of performance, I still smell this on myself past 6 hours. Again, not a beast mode fragrance. It's just something that has good, like, it has a good amount of sillage. In fact, I remember one of the first times I was wearing this, I was with my sister and we stood outside somewhere and the wind blew. And she's like, I like what you're wearing. I was like, really? And she said, yeah, lately she, okay, let me just, because I can't say this without letting y'all know this part, all right? So she smells a lot of fragrances on me. And if you guys are older to my channel, you know, you've seen my sister and like she would be in my reviews and stuff like that. But she was like, I've smelled a lot of your fragrances and there's only like a select few that she really likes, that she's like, oh, that one's different. Typically when I'm trying, and that's even with niche fragrances, it's just a lot of them fall subpar. And that's just what happens when it comes to fragrances. There's a diamond in the rough. Not all of them are fantastic, right? There's gonna be very few that really stick to people. And she has like that average person knows that y'all are gonna be around on a daily basis, right? So she really loved Jet Black Reserve. It was like this one and the next one that I'm gonna show you, Elysium, loves these fragrances. So yeah, this definitely a staple. Again, my girlfriend really loves this fragrance as well, and I just love this scent. It's just comforting to me and it's sexy at the same time. And the next one, y'all already know it. I'm not gonna drone on and on about it, but Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid. I am going through this bottle, y'all. I am going through this, and again, didn't know I was gonna be in New York. So this is a fresh fragrance, but even in cold weather, I still like wearing fresh scents. People are going to totally disagree with me, but there's nothing wrong with smelling fresh and clean. And I already know in my mind that, okay, performance isn't going to be the best here because I'm in a cold area, but that doesn't really bother me. I'm not wearing this fragrance when I'm going out just to have every single person smell me. I'm with the person I care about the most, and as long as she likes it and she could smell it, that is what matters. So what does Salt and Pepper smell like? It smells more peppery. It does have some saltiness to it, but it's not like a salty sea type of fragrance. It smells more peppery than it has in Broxton in the base that kind of just make it have a nice little scent bubble. But again, nothing with amazing sillage, nothing that is really pushing. The performance here, kind of similar to Jet Black Reserve, where I actually can still smell this on myself past 6 hours. And this is an EDP concentration, by the way, but like I've said before, this is definitely a hidden gem fragrance of mine. On YouTube, y'all know it's not a hidden gem fragrance, but in person, whenever I wear this scent, people don't know what it is. They always ask me what it is. Then when I tell them what it is, they don't know what the brand is. They don't know what a niche fragrance is, because that's the next question. They're like, Precious Liquid. And I said, yeah, it's a niche brand. They're like, what does niche mean? Is that like Tom Ford? And I'm like, oh no, it's its own separate thing. So I don't gatekeep this when people in person ask me what I'm wearing, because they don't know where to get it and they don't know what it is, but they love the smell of it. So I'm not really tripping about it, you know? So Salt and Pepper, just a phenomenal fragrance. Again, has the mass appeal, and it's just something that I like wearing. It is just an everyday fragrance that fits whatever sort of situation. If you want to dress up, it'll smell good. If you want to dress it down, it still smells fantastic. You want to wear a hoodie, you want to wear a coat, it'll just like mesh well with any sort of situation you put it in, and you can wear it to clubs, bars, dinners, and it's nice. It's not one of those fragrances that you can wear to a dinner and all of a sudden the aroma of it is competing with the aroma of the food, and then you kind of get put off, which is why in those situations I recommend more of the fresh fragrances instead of the sweet ones, because some people get really easily nauseated with the sweet ones in that particular situation. But for me, Salt and Pepper is just like an easy dumb reach for myself. It just hits every single mark and point that I need it to, and it has the uniqueness. And again, I'm talking about uniqueness in public settings when I'm actually around strangers. Okay, it's not unique in terms of, oh, this is a smell that you guys have never smelled before. It's so polarizing. It's so different. It's breaking the mold. It's not that. But it is something that people just are not wearing. And like women in particular just love on it so much. It's crazy. I think that if I were to make a fragrance video on the most complimented fragrances from women, which I've done actually before, if y'all want me to do an updated video, you can let me know. But this is the top. This is like the most complimented fragrance from women. The only people that have criticized this fragrance in my DMs have just been guys. All the ladies that have smelled this have loved it. They've bought it for their partners. They've like, it's just, and even guys that have bought it for themselves have gotten reactions from women that they care about. The women have loved this scent. So I have yet to see a negative remark. I'm sure that there are. There's going to be women that don't like it because that's just how subjectiveness works. But from my personal experience, this is just the winner. It just checks all the boxes, like I said. All right, again, discount link and discount code for these fragrances in the comment section below in case you want to support the channel. But please buy where you're comfortable. All right, I hope y'all have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.